Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to the Living Room series. We're so glad you've joined us again. My name is Bonnie and this is Jerry. We are part of the music team at Unity Spiritual Center in Westlake, and we are so happy that you've joined us and that we get a chance to do music for you. Music always seems to uplift people, and we hope that's what you'll find as you experience our program tonight. Just as we did last time, I want to use the 5 basic Unity principles as the foundation of this series, and I feel like not just with these times we're in today, but in life in general, when we can lean into these basic principles in how we live our lives, it's going to be a better, more fulfilling way to live. And so we start with the first principle, God. There is only one presence and one power, and God is in and through and as everything. And so we're going to start first of all with the song God You Are. I love this song. It is by Daniel Nahmod. If you're not familiar with Daniel's music, you can go to www.danielnahmod.com and you'll find lots and lots of good music. We use his music a lot at Unity Spiritual Center, and I know you know and love this song, but what really rings for me in this song is, God, you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. And the other part is, everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. And to me, that's the epitome of the first principle. So, God You Are by Daniel Nahmod. Please join me. And singing. Thank you for that. The second Unity principle is, if God is all that there is, God is everywhere and in everything, I am also of God. And so I was made in the image of God, and that is very good. I was made from God, and I am very good. And I know for me sometimes it is easier to see the face of God in other people than it is in myself. And I think most people have things about themselves that they sometimes are critical of. I know that's something I need to work on, and I do work on that, is not being quite so critical on myself. And so as we sing this song by Karen Drucker, The Face of God, we're going to sing it through several times, and it's very simple. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And the first time that we sing it, I would just like to invite you to tune into that part of you that is a child of God, and you were created in God's image and very good. And so imagine God singing this song directly to you. You are the face of God. feels really good. That's easy to do. These types of songs are so easy to just use anytime we need to remind ourselves of our oneness or of who we really are, and to bring us back to, I'm enough, I'm good, I'm more than enough. I was created very good in the image and likeness of God. And so the third unity principle is that our thoughts become things. Our thoughts are very powerful, and we get to choose moment by moment the kinds of thoughts we're going to think. And sometimes I'm choosing thoughts that don't help me in my saying yes to who I am. Sometimes I'm choosing thoughts that aren't even true about myself. And I know during this particular time, as I've said yes to this work, opening our home and sharing music, I've noticed all the little voices in my head that, oh, I'm not really a singer, I'm not quite good enough, I'm not as good as so-and-so, and I've had to really see just how much that comes up for me. And so it is my chance to use the power of my imagination to choose different words and different thoughts and tell a whole different story. And so with that in mind, I hope you will indulge me here. This isn't really quite a sing-along. I would like to sing for you a song that has really been a stretch for me. It's outside my comfort zone. It is part of my yes. It is by Lucille Olson, and it's called Transformed. And part of this saying yes is knowing that anything I need, when I say yes to what I'm called to do, I will have the ability to do it. And so this music talks about, I surrender to the Spirit all my cares and woes, and I'm ready. That to me is the biggest part of choosing my thoughts wisely, is to be ready. And if I'm not quite ready, then to be ready to be ready. And so I'm going to, this is my spiritual torch song. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to sing this like we're in the B&J nightclub or lounge. A little bit outside what I'm used to doing, but I'm ready to be transformed. Piano, I could lay across the piano, but this one would probably fall over, so I say yes. I'm ready. Heal my life. I surrender to the Spirit all my cares and woes. I believe things can be different, and that Spirit knows I'm ready to be transformed. thank you for holding that space for me so that I could do my spiritual torch song for you. And I said, yes, I'm ready. And it feels really good to say yes and to mean it. And this has been a really fun and amazing journey for, I think, both of us as we say yes to more and more things. And another way that we can use the power of our thoughts in such positive ways is through gratitude. And there's so many things to be grateful for. I'm seeing so many ways that this crisis that we're all going through together in the world is bringing about so many positive changes for me personally, for us personally, for the world. It's very exciting, and I hope that all the good that we find in this will carry forward when things get back to the new normal. But gratitude is such an important piece of this, and so that has been a helpful tool for me at times to, when I need to pull myself back from what's out there clamoring for attention, I can remind myself I'm just so grateful for so many things. And so I'd like to sing next, I Am So Blessed. The words of music are by Karen Drucker, inspired by Reverend Mark Vieira. And again, Karen Drucker has so much great music, very uplifting music. KarenDrucker.com. You can find this and so many other things. So hopefully you know this. It's easy. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. And that's about it. That's the whole lyric. So it should be familiar to you. So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed. hear you just like we do on our daily prayer call. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. There's a wonderful prayer call that you can find the link to on our website, unityspiritualcenter.com. And whenever there's so many people on there, you hear all the voices, all the things that they are praying, all the people they're praying for, and all of the things that they are saying yes to. So I felt that as we were singing that song. And the fourth unity principle is prayer and meditation, and that is such a powerful tool. There's many tools. Music is a tool, and all kinds of things can be something that bring us back to center, back to God. But prayer and meditation can be as simple as just taking a quiet moment. But I know for myself, during this time especially, I hit the wall, and I can feel when I hit that wall of too much being out there, too much watching the news, too much worry and fear. And once that happens, I can just step back. And there's a song that I love, and you know this one, Inside to Find My God, also by Daniel Nahmod. And this speaks to me right now. Sometimes I just have to leave this world, and I have to step back and go inside to find my God. And just like we were talking about last week, it doesn't have to be some big long thing. It can just be as simple as a pause and a breath, and just reminding myself that I can leave the world for just a moment and go inside. And so the lyrics to this are so wonderful. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. So please join me as we sing Inside to Find My God. Think the world just as it is right now. All that's going on in the outer, let it go for just a moment, just a short pause. Take a deep breath. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is the sacred love of God. One presence, one power. And I am of God, and all is well. So take just a moment to breathe that in. Inside, there is peace. Inside, there is joy. When I leave this world and go inside to find my God, I return then to the world with that knowing there is one presence and one power. I cannot be separated from God. I am of God. And all is well. And I am so grateful to know this and to find my way back to the truth of who I am. And so it is. Amen. And the fifth unity principle, it's not enough to know these truths. It's not enough to find that quiet space or whatever it is that brings you back to that space, but it's not enough to find that feeling of what is yours to do and who you really are in truth. We have to take it back out into the world. We have to put feet on our prayers. We have to say yes. We have to practice, for sure we have to practice. And so if you join our services on Sundays at 11 a.m., you're going to see that there's always a spiritual practice that Reverend Joanne gives us. And that is what makes unity such a living experience, is to be able to practice these things in a very practical way. And so with that in mind, I want to share next with you, I stand in faith for you, because I think that is such a powerful way that not just right now, but always we can be there for one another and take this into practice. So the song is about when I can become centered and remember who I really am, then I am in the space where I can stand in faith for you, because there's just going to be times where you're not able to hold that vision for yourself. But when I'm aligned, then that's everything that I give the world. I give my consciousness to the world, and I can stand in faith for you and call you higher to that place. And by the same token, there's times when I am not able to hold that for myself, and then you can stand in faith for me. This is a song that I think it's our best song. Jerry wrote the beautiful music and I wrote the lyrics, but actually I know it was God expressing through us both, and it's a powerful song, so I hope that you'll take that in and sing it with us. I stand in faith for you. share together in this way, to stand in faith with one another. And that is such an important and strong part of our community at Unity Spiritual Center. And it's one of the things I love best, is that connection and that oneness that we feel. And from that place, then we can touch the world and change the world just one person at a time. And so the last song that I want to sing, that I know you love so much, and I love it too, is Witness. Again, this is by Daniel Nahmod. And once we get that yes so firmly embedded into our lives, then we can bear witness to that and to how it plays out in the world. And I love the lyrics on this, letting it go, letting it in, letting it flow, letting it go where it will go, letting the power of God's presence show the way, letting it in, letting God know that I'm letting you lead and I'm going to follow, and then I'll bear witness to your love. And so this day is a witness, and my life, this life is a witness. So please join me, Daniel Nahmod, Witness. Sure I'm in the right key here. Oops, wait a minute. I have a new foot thing here for my drums this time, so you didn't see any hands doing that. Let's do that again. Take that power and that energy that you've created throughout this program tonight and take it out into the world and be the light. So thank you again for joining us. I hope you've had as much fun as we have had. Also join us on Sunday at 11 for Unity Spiritual Center's service. And there's many things on our website that you can take advantage of to stay connected while we have to be physically apart. I feel your presence and I'm very grateful for you. So be well, be safe. I love you.